Good morning and welcome to Saturday Morning Momentum. This is episode 36 and we are here for a power hour, some time to get our aims, goals, projects, or if you just want to read or, get caught up on relaxing. This is your power hour. You do whatever you want with it. And I'm Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures, and I'm being joined today by my fabulous, amazing lady team here of Momentum. They really help me get motivated and get stuff done because they hold me accountable. I mean, not that they're like in any way demanding about it, but the fact that I do have accountability partners does make it easier to stay motivated to get whatever I need to get done. So welcome to everyone who is here and hanging out with us this morning. Please let us know if you are new to my channel or to Saturday Morning Momentum. We'd like to know that as well. And if you are watching after the fact, thank you so much and let us know what you got up to during our power hour. So hello, Jen, Laurie, Liz, and Lee. Woohoo! So nice to see you this morning. How was your week, Jen?
It's been a week. Karma has to get spayed, one of my cats. So she got spayed Tuesday, and they're supposed to be still and quiet for 10 days. I'm like, what? If y'all know Karma, that's not gonna happen. So I got a cute little comb for her, but I also saw this little suit to put on her to keep her from being able to like lick and bother her incision. So I tried the cone and it didn't matter, how I didn't put it too tight, of course, but how tight I put it on, she had that thing off in a few seconds. So she has the suit now. So, she was sort of still for the day she had it, but after that, she's not been very still, but the suit helps because it does not only keep her from being able to lick that incision, but to jump and run a lot. So that's been a good thing. So she's doing okay. Rena was homesick for half the week, a cough and a cold. So that pretty much, derailed any plans I had because she was here for 3 days. Like I had to cancel classes that I was supposed to be teaching because I can't teach a live class and take care of Rena. So that was going on. It's just been wild like that. I did get a little house cleaning done. I try not to do stuff that's going to require a lot of brain power when Rena's home because she's going to ask for something every 10 minutes. I mean, it's just going to be nonstop. So it'd just be frustrating for me. So I was like, no, well, I just did, some house cleaning. So I took care of that kind of stuff. And then yesterday there was where I am in Alabama, there's an Alabama lifespan respite, and they do reimbursement for if when you pay a sitter to take care of your child, they'll reimburse you every quarter. So they also do these workshops. Well, the one yesterday was actually about caring for a person with dementia.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I did that workshop and it was amazing. So it gave me a lot of information about how to interact with my mom. I feel like a lot of you here probably know my mom is in end-stage Parkinson's. So it talked about how to approach, her, how to, because I always she talks real low a lot of the time, and that's part of end-stage Parkinson's, but I'd always get like right up close to her, like right there and be like, what? And she'd be all panicked. But I won't go into all of it here, but the speaker explained that feels confrontational to the person. So you kind of want to approach from the side because all they're really seeing is you like right in their face. Right. It was just stuff like that I shared with my dad and the rest of my family. that's very helpful to, trying to have the best interactions we can with her while we still have time. So even though my week was not exactly as I planned, I still accomplished some of those things, that were beneficial, I feel like.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a bit of synchronicity with the workshop. That Liz and I know what synchronicity is because we're discovering that through our Artist Way journey. But that's pretty cool that you were able, that it was like in a timely manner for you. But the other thing too, Jen, is I don't know if it's an age thing for us now, but I find that whenever I have weeks like that and I do have things, they're not like necessarily a deadline that has to be achieved. It's almost like you can let it go in the sense that, we got to take care of what is in the present moment at this time, and whatever we had going on can wait.
Yes.
It's not like it's so pressing that, you can like put it to the side, put it on that back burner, and then pick it up when everything goes well. And sometimes that's the universe telling you you need to have that moment. You need to
Yes.
not be so worried or involved or whatever. And I mean, I started recognizing that for myself. And then at least it helps me if I can say, okay, I can get to this at whatever time. And that way I'm not so stressed out about trying to do it all. I think as women, especially, we feel like we have to do everything no
Yes.
matter what the cost is to our health. And that really is what ends up happening is your health suffers.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to do all this and it's the stress of trying to fit it in. And stress is horrible on your body.
It is.
You don't always realize that your body is under stress. I mean, like you might not feel stressed, but your body is, having that moment. So let me just welcome some of our people that popped in. Alicia is here and asking how we are all doing. We're doing well. We're just getting into that, checking on everybody's week. And then Emily is here. Already have my fourth load of laundry in the wash. Need to take some laundry off the drying rack that was washed last week, lest you think I am productive during the week. And then our friend Blake is here. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to stop by and say hi and hit the like button. I'm on my way to breakfast with Santa with my nephew, and I'm going to watch back later. Very nice. Blake just started her YouTube channel.
Yes, and I
Very,
subscribed.
very happy. Very happy for her.
Oh.
And Avi from Australia, used to be a Louisianian, says, hi, all. It's 1 a.m. here, so just about to get in bed, but had to come and hit the like button at least.
Aww.
So I appreciate you popping in, Avi. Thank you so much, because I know 1 a.m., that's kind of tough. And Kaylin also popped in. Kaylin's here. Hello, good morning. I'm running errands this morning. Wanted to say hi. Hello to you, Kaylin. And good morning to you, Mindy. So, Laurie, how was your week this week?
I mean, nothing terrible happened, but I was completely overwhelmed all week. And I am just noticing that that's happening. And I was filming a video that I don't think I put up yet. Like there's just so much going on. And I was like, I'm just a mess. Like, I feel like I'm just a mess and I don't like feeling that way. But I suspect this is a way I feel every year. I'd have to look back at old journals. Probably I do, but I got as much as I could do done. And I also realized that screen time is starting to affect my eyes. And one of my eyes, I have a cataract in both of my eyes, but one of them I might need to have it looked at because it seems like it's getting worse. But I'm having like headache pain every day. And, I'm on the screen so much that I'm really looking forward to 2 weeks off screen, hopefully, and or at least mostly off screen. But, so it was a weird week because I just felt like I had a 3-hour, sorry, it was supposed to be 2.5 hours. I had a 3-hour meeting on Wednesday and I told them, I said, I'm not looking at the screen at you this 3 hours. I'm just going to look down and listen to you. And they were like, oh, that's fine. I thought I'd get a pass to leave, but I did not. And
they were probably thinking, we don't want to look at you either.
No, probably. I mean, really, I was just a mess. So I am just loving that we have this time today for me to kind of get a little grounded. And And it may have been, yesterday was the anniversary of my mom's passing, and it's been a long time, but every year I usually do some things to honor her, and I did this year too, but this year was really harder for me for some reason than they've been. And I think that kind of, was in the back of my mind as well. I don't know why some years are like that and some years are not. So I
Well, I
did.
think that was part of my issue for November. It's like, even
Yeah.
though it wasn't until the end of November, it was just that month, just knowing and going through the calendar of events of what
Yeah.
happened leading up to it. It's like you're
Yeah.
not like thinking of it at the forefront, but it's at the back of your mind and it's coming,
Yeah.
and I just, once this weekend passed by for me, I was just like, I can breathe now,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. I mean, I don't think you ever get over the loss, obviously.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like, it's always
I
there.
do. Yeah, it is. But I got to get my act together this week and get some stuff done.
How about you, Liz? How was your week?
Oh, I've had better. It was an extremely difficult work week. The
Yeah.
upside to that is I would come home and rage clean. So my house has never been cleaner. So
Oh, great.
Awesome. I
always
love
an
that.
upside.
I love that rage clean. And what kind of
Yeah.
music do you listen to when you're rage cleaning?
I think it says everything that I did it in total silence this time.
Oh,
Normally I have a podcast playing.
well, you know
Yeah.
what it is? You were raging and getting all that out while you were cleaning, huh?
Yeah.
How about you, Lee? How was your week?
I think I also had like a crazy busy work week, more than I thought. One of my bosses just came back from like an international trip, and that just like dumped all the emails of all this information on me. And I'm like, and then, I don't know if you guys are like this, but like sometimes you can't leave work or stop working until you've at least finished like the one thing that you're working on. Because if you come back the next day, you're going to forget where you're at.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I spent like every work day extra just to try to get myself where I needed to be, which then like affected the rest of the day. So I didn't really get done many things I wanted to do. Except yesterday I was supposed to go to a Christmas market, which I did. And then my friends are like, hey, I have this plan to do something else, which took us on a 2-hour trip to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania to go see lights there,
Oh,
which was a
fun.
trip I was not expecting. It was so cool, but I was like, I was not expecting that.
Yes,
I feel like
that's good.
I had like a little mini road trip though, and I'm like, wasn't expecting that. So right now I'm kind of like, wow, I still did that. What am I supposed to be doing today? I don't know.
Like, who am I?
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a pretty good week. My week was very busy as well because for 4 days I worked at the Scholastic Book Fair. And so it was having to get out of the house and be in somewhere for a certain time early. And so then I kind of just like everything that I normally do in the morning had to be shoved to the afternoon. But I did have to adjust. I wanted to start that body program and I didn't. I went back and just did my strength training for the week. So I like that I just told myself, it's okay. I don't have to do that. It was an intention, but I still got my strength training in. I just did it a different way. And the only thing I didn't get to do, I did edit a video and I got all of that taken care of. And I was proud of myself for not squeezing it in all in one day and being like a workaholic. I took a piece of it every day and I finished it yesterday and I just felt so relieved by the end of it. And I actually enjoyed the process because it wasn't like, let's film, edit, and do everything in one day. Cause that's normally what my MO has been. But I just let it go and flowed with it. Of course, because I had that on my plate, I didn't get to Christmas cards or package any of my giveaway books, but that's okay. I'm going to try to catch up this weekend and do the best I can with it. But it is what it is. And, Liz and I have 2 weeks left of The Artist's Way. And I'm looking forward to being finished with that, honestly, because I do think it has been something on, just an extra thing. And even though it probably is beneficial and I'm just not seeing the benefit of it, I think it has been beneficial and I'm just not seeing it. I have not experienced any synchronicity at all in this whole entire process. And either my synchronicity radar is broken Or I'm not recognizing it, or maybe it's something to come. I don't know, but nothing has happened so far in all this time. But that's okay. That's okay, because I think other things, are happening, and I at least am trying to start filling out a schedule that I think would be doable for me in the next, the upcoming year or whatever. So, it was a pretty good week overall. I can't really complain about it, except for not getting to my Christmas cards or my books. But I will do it. I will do it. And Emily said, I'm so sorry, Laurie. I agree. Some years are harder than others. My mom passed away Christmas Day, 2009, and this January 18th, she would be 90.
Yeah.
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 Well, today is my mom's second heavenly birthday. So, she's up there and she's in good company. I know that, she's got good company up there. They're probably hooting and hollering and having a great time. But, it's sad. And I think for me, I just feel like my family was robbed of our last moments with her, like her last years with her, just because of the dementia. And I think that's what is so crappy about the whole thing. It's not like she could just live her life with quality until the end, so it's one of those things. But anyway, I mean, today is her day, and I'll be thinking about her a lot today for sure. And Eleanor's here. Good morning. How are you doing? And sending virtual hugs, Kat. Thank you. I appreciate that. The other thing too about them, at least to me, on their birthday, to me, it's like more joyful than like the day they died. You know what I'm saying? And in some ways, I don't even want to think about the day they died.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to kind of reconcile that, because I have friends that they always want to do something on the anniversary of my friend's death and then on the day that she passed. And I don't know how I feel about the day that she passed. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there and I don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah.
I don't know how to approach it. So we went this year, and my husband and I went. And of course, I don't know if y'all know, but my mother-in-law passed away on the same exact day a year later. So it's like it's twofold kind of thing. And I don't know. It's like I don't mind doing anything like on the birthday or just different days during the year, but it's just specifically on that. And I don't know if it's just me that feels that way, but I don't know. I told my husband, I'm like, I'm not really sure if I want to do that next year. This year I didn't go to the cemetery. I just told him, like, I don't want to go there. She's not there. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me think about those moments, and I don't want to think about that. I want to think about
total sense.
Yeah, I want to think about the time we crashed on her mom's purple Huffy bike and fell into a pile of rocks and all kinds of crazy things that we did, and that does not conjure that up on those days, So anyway, but it is what it is. It's part of our life. It's part of our love. We can't have love and good memories and all that unless we have the opposite, right? Everything has an opposite. So you don't appreciate, I think, life and love and all that if you don't have that opposite. It kind of makes you realize you got to say what you have to say to people when you can, and don't wait until they pass away and then want to say something at their funeral. That you want to say and do everything while they can.
Yeah, that is one good thing about certain ways that people pass, is that you can say what you need to say when they can still hear it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And I think that was the thing with my mother-in-law. She passed, in her sleep, and we weren't there. I had no idea that she was going to pass away.
Yeah.
But every one of us had such a good last moment with her that's the kind of stuff you want to make sure you're on good terms, with people, and you want to make sure you have a moment. It's not like every time you part from somebody, you have to go through this litany of, I am so grateful that you changed my diaper when I was, XYZ age and, or whatever. but just, I love you and you were wonderful and thank you. Because you just never know. I mean, none of us know, right? And it's not even like elderly people that pass. It could be anytime, anybody, right?
Absolutely. Yes,
And
absolutely.
Emily says, I think to approach is to say we all grieve differently and honor people's memories in different ways.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I'm so
right.
sorry for anyone grieving a loss today. I didn't hear all the conversations, but sending warm thoughts. We appreciate that, Kaylin. Thank you so very much. So with that being said, we need to go into our intentions. What are we planning to do with our time this morning? Jen, what do you want to get done?
I'm gonna finish putting on some makeup because later Tim and I are going out to celebrate our wedding anniversary. Today is our 28th wedding anniversary. Yeah.
Something. Woohoo!
Oh, thank you so much. And then after I finish putting on a little more makeup, I'm going to kind of do some final notes for my book club live show Sunday for Blood on Her Tongue by Johanna Van Veen. That'll be Sunday. And I'll be joined by the wonderful Hermie from the book Hermit.
Yay, Hermie.
Yeah, I want to kind of just finalize my notes, make sure I, bring up the things I want to talk about and incorporate Hermie's ideas. So just trying, get those final things because that's tomorrow. Yeah, Sunday. Why was that today's Friday? I know better than this. I'm here on Saturday morning momentum. It's my anniversary. I'm going out. See, this has been a week. So tomorrow, finalizing notes for tomorrow, Sunday's live show. Yeah.
Very nice. That sounds awesome. We know Laurie is going to be regrouping, but anything else, Laurie?
I think I'm going to do some work in my book journal again because I'm getting, some momentum there thanks to you all. And I'd also like to start the new year one so I know where I end and where I begin. So at least block off some stuff and that, yeah.
That sounds awesome.
We'll see. How
about you, Liz?
I think that having 2 jobs is 1 job too many. So I'm going to plan an exit strategy for one of them, I think. And then I'm going to make a cup of tea and I'm going to finish reading Say Nothing. If you like nonfiction, that's very serious and very sad. I recommend it.
Okay. And how about you, Lee?
I think I'm going to do some stretching, some hydrating, and catching up on the thousands of BookTube videos for Bookmas I have already piling up.
Oh, yes. Yes, I understand. I've been trying very hard for a couple that I'm watching, and it's like, I know that there's a long list of other people I need to watch, but it's like, there's only so many hours in the day. I do appreciate Avi and Janet Pages and Chaos for doing shorts because those are a little bit easier to get to each day.
Yes.
My intentions, I need to do my plan for next week. I need to do that first. I've been up and busy this morning, but I didn't get to that yesterday because I was editing. But that's what I'm going to do first. And I don't know if I have time after. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we'll just see as the time goes on. Alicia says, my intentions for today are to get coffee and breakfast and work on my TBR jars for 2026. That sounds great. Anybody else with intentions? Let us know. Drop them in so we can see what y'all are going to be up to. I know for me, it's a rainy day here. It's the perfect day for like planning and reading and getting caught up on stuff because you're not really going to want to go out and do much. Although I do have plans to go out later.
We did actually have our first snow last night, so there's snow on the ground today.
Yay! That is amazing.
I'm happy for you and jealous.
How many inches do you know?
Nothing. No inches. Just a little pretty dusting on the ground. That's it.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, since we have no one else popping in what they're doing, let's go ahead and get ourselves set up.
Sounds good.
And we'll get our little kitty cat going there. And I don't know why things pop up sometimes and I'm like, oh, I'm afraid to press anything. Am might exit us. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, let's see. Kaylin said I had to get an oil change and inspection. Boring, but now I think I'm doing a little Xmas shopping for my nephew. Well, Kaylin, you're in good company with the oil change. That's where my husband is with my car right now. And Alicia said we finished watching Gilmore Girls seasons, so we have just a year in the life of the show left. Very nice. And snow is a bad four-letter word.
It is where you live for sure.
Agreed.
Oh my goodness. Well, happy Power Hour, everyone.
Indeed.
Hello, welcome back. Okay. How did everybody do? Okay, well, we did have some people pop in. To join us. Shannon came in. She made friends with the like button. She had just woken up. It was 8:48. Got coffee, fed the kid. Kid had fed the kitties. That was a nice trickle down effect. Jamie also said good morning. Been lurking, getting ready for work. Have a great weekend, everybody. Andy popped in, and so did Linda, and also Esther Jane, which Esther Jane gets lots of gold stars. She got back from Walmart for prescription. Oh my God, 9 a.m. And there were 10 waiting in line with 3 people waiting on us. And I'm reading The Christmas Spirit by Debbie Macomber for Debbie December. But what I was saying is she gets lots of gold stars. The biggest accomplishment this week was finally finished going through her sister's Christmas decorations to give to the SPCA thrift store, 11 boxes. I think there's a gold star for every one of those.
Yeah.
Krista also hopped in right at the end. Laundry's going, workout done, starting a puzzle as I cook some brunch, an egg, potato, pepper, cheese skillet. That sounds delicious. My husband does skillets, and I love that. So just want to welcome everybody that, popped in while we were doing that. We'll go through the other comments after, but I also wanted to say that Kaylin planned on coloring during her time, her power hour. And Mindy was heading out to town to see her siblings and their families for a late Thanksgiving, but she planned on relaxing with coffee and reading a man called Uva before she needed to get ready to leave, which I'm excited. We have quite a few people reading that book for our book club. Alex and I have our book club. So how did you do, Jen, during that time?
I finished getting on my makeup and did not take notes, but that's what I'm doing after this before Tam and I leave, taking final notes for my book club tomorrow. Very
good. And Laurie, how did you do?
I did pretty well. I got quite a few pages done, and I have I'm still writing some reviews, but all in all, it felt good.
Very good. And Liz?
I was super productive. I drafted an email. I responded to Morning Pages check-in. See what else I did. I ate a frittata. That was good. And I read my book, and I think it's going to be 5 stars. So if you are interested at all in the history of the Troubles in Northern Ireland, this is a good one.
That would be good for you to put in the book rec channel on Discord.
Sure.
Book rec channel. That would be good. And how about you, Lee?
I did very good. I got in a really, really good stretch and watched a lot of videos. So
very good. I did well too. It was pretty productive. I ended up getting my calendar planned for next week. Lots to do on there. And also trying to flesh out the schedule that I had kind of wrote about in Morning Pages last week. Just trying to see if it's something doable to where I could be a little more intentional with my time. Like if I can block it out, like pretend like I'm going to a job, but it is at my house kind of thing. And then that way I can make sure that my time is not, getting taken up by something else, because I can literally say I'm working on XYZ. So that's what I'm trying to kind of flesh out. And then of course, both of my dogs come in and are trying to distract me with their sad faces. Of course, Bailey's coming in here trying to steal paper that needs to be recycled and my shoes and everything else. She thinks she's slick. I'm telling you. She comes and she looks at you all nice or whatever. And as she's like, wagging her tail, she's like grabbing something to steal at the same time. She's a mess. She really is a mess. Linda said that she finished A Man Called Uva yesterday and said that Alex and I picked another good book, always knocking it out of the park, which I really appreciate you saying that, Linda, because you just never know, it's like you're making good decisions when you're picking for a book club, because for one thing, we haven't read the book. So it's not like we're going into it just as blind as everybody else is, which our book club selections for 2026. Our video is dropping tomorrow morning. So anybody want to check out what we're going to be reading for 2026? As always, I'm always excited about whatever we pick, but I don't know. I think this coming year, the excitement's a little bit more ramped up. just because there's a couple of books on the list that I have been wanting to read for a while and just never had the opportunity. I didn't own them, but now it's sort of like, okay, now I have to get this book because I need to read it now. I haven't read to read it. Let's see what else.
Well, now I'm super curious.
I'm just excited because it's a good blend of genres, and I like that. I like that it's a little bit different. Let's see if I missed anything else. Oh, Emily said another and last load in the wash, got dressed and did a little reading. That's awesome. Shannon got lots to do today, so working through one step at a time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my to-do list, I have like 15 different things I need to try to get accomplished today. Mindy said, I read 3 chapters of A Man Called Uva and 2 chapters of Candy Cane Kills. Wow. 2 very different books, but very, very thematic because Uva, I think, takes place like wintry.
Yeah.
But I love that. Alicia said, I finished my TBR jar, 3 altogether, printed out a shipping label for a return, and ate breakfast and drank your coffee. Very nice. Kaylin did not color yet because I'm shopping, but I will be later. That's fine.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the book you're reading for your book club, Kat? It's A Man Called Uva by Frederick Bachman. That's the one that we're having our meeting on December 18th. So I'm starting Uva today. Y'all will be so proud of me. I finished Voices in the Snow. People got out of the snow. And I will tell you, it was very, 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 very slow. It was longer than it needed to be. But the author kind of redeemed herself with what ended up happening towards the end of the book. It just took a long time to get there. And believe it or not, I might possibly continue with the series because it's the first in a series, just because I have to know, because of the circumstances, I have to kind of know what happens next. It's just the way it ended. I'm like, oh.
Is there more snow in the other books?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering if you're ever getting out of the snow.
If the snow is I don't know if the snow is an effect of what happened. Like, I think they had snow in general, but because of the circumstances of the snow, I'm wondering if whatever happened, if that's going to be like part of the world.
Gotcha.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But, I would just say, if you're not into really slow books, like I love a slow burn if the payoff is really huge, or like the slow burn is like a normal slow pace kind of thing. This was just abnormally slow. But I'm glad I accomplished it and I finished it. I was very happy with myself. Esther Jane said, thanks. My sister always had dogs, cats, and a rabbit, so I felt it was the right place. Yes, I think that's wonderful. Wonderful place to, donate something, especially if they can make some money and put it back into their program.
Yeah.
And then Nancy said, I got my breakfast and put 2 loads of clothes in washer. Thought I would go out and shovel, but more snow is coming down. Yeah, no, my husband called me because we signed up for drinks for this party that we're going to. And he's like, I don't really see any unsweetened tea. Well, at first he said, I see no sugar. I said, that's not the same thing as unsweetened tea. I said, they can sweeten it with something else. And he's like, oh, good point. So then he's like searching all over for unsweetened tea. And finally he found it. I'm like, thank you. And Kaylin said, oh, nice. Yeah, so anybody who's curious about Voices in the Snow, I don't think it's for everybody, but and from what I understand, it's probably not the best Darcy Coates book out on the market, but that's just the one I picked because I picked it for Winterween, and it
Right.
was first by her. So I will definitely give her another chance. I don't think you can always just gauge an author on one book, depending on which one you choose, right?
It's true. It's I read My Friends from my book club that's coming up next week, and by Frederick Bachman, and I was so delighted because I had a 5-star read that was recommended to me by Krista right before it, and the way I know something's 5 stars is if I'm crying, essentially, right? If I'm really emotional in some way. So that was that. And then I was like, okay, let me get back to My Friends and finish this before book club. And I was crying at the end of that one too. So,
well, Alex texted me and said, I am already emotional reading Uva.
yeah.
And I said, please tell me it's not in like the first 5 pages of the book. And she's like, no, it's like 46 or something.
Yeah. It takes a little while.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I said, because I don't want to jump into a book and it just already be sad. You know, it's just one of those books that it starts off sad and then you're sad the whole entire time. That's kind of how I felt about Cujo. It's like, that's why I'll never read Cujo probably ever again, because it's so sad. It's not even scary. It's just sad. It's right from the beginning. It's sad.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. And his are kind of dark. Like all of the ones of his that I've read.
Cujo was like that. If you've ever read The Road by Cormac McCarthy, I felt like you were crying the whole entire time with that. And also The Book Thief. The Book Thief is like that. You're just sad the whole entire time. And if you see the movie, now I didn't cry throughout the movie for Cujo, but for like The Book Thief and The Road, like we went to go see The Road, and my husband is like, are you going to be okay? I'm like, it's just so sad. I mean, we went to the theater to see it, and he's just like before it even started, I was crying.
Yeah.
he's like, what have you brought me to see? I'm like, it's a really good book. I hope the movie's good too.
Well, and Uva has 2 movies. One set in where is he from? Is he from
Finland or Sweden?
Finland or Sweden? Somewhere up there in my family's
Norway
heritage. Yeah. So there's that one that was done and it's translated into English, and then there's one that was done in the United States that stars Tom Hanks as Uva.
Yeah, but he's Otto, isn't he? Don't they call him Otto?
Yes, right. But they're different but similar. Obviously, there's but
like the premise, like the plot is pretty much similar.
It is, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I will say I loved the one set in in Sweden, Finland, wherever, more than I liked the one that they did down here. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it is, because I don't normally, like, sometimes they're like, I got a book at the book fair and I'm reading the synopsis, and y'all, I was literally like tearing up. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should buy this book. I'm already tearing up and having read the book.
What book is it?
It's a book called I Am Riley, or it's a middle grade book.
Oh,
Forever Ripley.
Oh,
the dog. Yeah.
I see the dog. I'm like,
and it's a German Shepherd, which is my favorite. It's like some friendships last a lifetime, others last forever. But it's the whole premise of the book.
Exactly.
It's the whole premise of the book. And I'm like literally tearing up, and I kind of passed it up, and I kept thinking, I'm not going to buy this. But then it spoke to me. So anyway, it's not a super long book, but this is a new to me author, McCall Hoyle. And I'll give it a try. She writes, apparently she loves dogs, because she has 3 other dog books: Stella, Just Gus, and Millie. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see. This will probably be a tearjerker. I even told my husband, I'm like, I think I bought a tearjerker from the library. I mean, from the book sale. Y'all, I'm telling you, dog books, they will get you. If you've ever read Marley and Me.
Oh
Mm-mm.
goodness, yes.
I read it. I don't think I'll ever be able to watch the movie. We own it because I got it for Andrew. I don't think I can watch the movie. I'm too afraid.
There is a whole stack of books on my shelf of sad books about dogs, and I've read them all, and we most of my family has read them all, but I don't know if I can reread them. They're very, very hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, It is my favorite novel by Stephen King. Cliche, but it's true. It is my favorite. And I don't care whatever happens to the kids, mess those kids up, whatever. But there's a part with a dog, and then there's a part with
Yes.
puppies,
I know.
and I was like nauseous. Like, I was like hysterical and nauseous. Like, I can't. Meanwhile, kids get their arms ripped off or whatever else. I'm like, okay, whatever. Just kids. But
They're
the
just
dog and
kids.
the puppy, I'm like, how could you do this?
Oh,
How
that's
cruel are
hilarious.
you?
We watched a movie recently, Barry and I think it's called Sitsu or something like that. Just very odd movie, but action, whatever. And there's a dog in there. And I'm like, please do not let anything happen to this dog.
Yeah.
I just can't handle if something happens to the dog. Yeah, because I don't like it. I don't like knowing it.
I don't either.
Okay, so I think everybody has pretty much filled us in. Oh, Nancy has a comment about Frederick Bachman. His books are great. Alan Eskins from Minnesota is a great author also.
Also true.
I have
Yes.
never read anything by Alan Eskins.
The Life We Bury was the first one and only one I've read so far, but there was crying.
Yes, John Wick and his dog, I cried too. I did. I
Yeah.
admit. I was like, and he goes to bat for his dog. Just silly. Of course, I love John Wick just because I love Keanu Reeves. I really like The Life We Bury too.
Yeah.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your intentions for the upcoming week, Jen? Your plan?
I have a poetry class to teach and a winter holiday folklore class to teach. And let's see, what else I need to schedule, like talking about the book club picks. I need to schedule my book club picks and get that video out this week. And I have a few ideas for some of the months, but not all of them. And I do mine. I think y'all do it too, like every other month. You don't.
Yeah, we decided to do that. That's the formula that the FOMO book club does, and I like it. I mean, even though I end up reading the book the second month, I always do that just because it gets closer. I just think it's a little more doable considering how many book clubs currently involved in,
Yep. That's how I feel. So I'm gonna get that done. And then I'm gonna mail out my holiday cards, including, to Kelsey, to the Discord, to the people who are doing the Patreon, the holiday cards. I got to get those out. So that's my plans this week. If I get other stuff done, great. But that's my top things this week.
Very nice. How about you, Laurie?
I am going to read a book for a book club at the end of the month called Best Offer Wins. I read about 5 pages of it yesterday, and it's fine. I mean, I wanted to read it, but I just didn't get very far. I have a few events this week, both family events and holiday event things, and just little things. Although one of them we have tonight, I don't think we're going to do because this weather, and it's set in a place where there's lots of not flooding, but just puddling, and it's dark and wet, and no. I think we're not gonna. It's the library too, and I hate that, but I'm not thinking we're going. I'm going to get caught up and feel more peaceful and less of a mess on some stuff. I'm going to do some creative stuff too, which I already did today, but because I've been cross stitching while I watch TV, and that has been really nice. And also, if you haven't watched All Her Fault, I recommend that series. It's very creepy and very twisty.
Is it fiction or is it a documentary?
No, it's fiction, and I think it's based on a book. I heard about it from a podcaster currently reading. I think it was Meredith, but I think it was a book too. But we were like glued.
Where is it streaming? Where is that streaming?
Peacock, I think.
No.
Yes, Peacock. You don't have Peacock? Well,
Yeah, Peacock.
I was gonna say you could probably sign into somebody else's temporarily.
So I don't know. They're so weird about all of that.
It's true. If you're in a different city, sometimes they won't let you do it. But yeah. So creative time. I need to put the poll out, Kat, for the Mardi Gras Readathon group read, because I have not done that. I was a mess. So I need to make sure I do that this week. And
I don't even know when Mardi Gras starts this year.
It's the 17th of February.
17th of February.
It's February this year.
That's why I'm a little concerned. I mean, it's only the 6th, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think if you got your your video and stuff out in January, you're fine. As long as it's a few weeks before and people know that you're doing it.
Yeah,
you can once you do the poll, you can also put the dates, like a little announcement on your community tab and your Discord saying save the dates.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, but I don't want to be a mess.
Yeah, I know. But also too, I know you want to make a decision about the group read.
I do. I absolutely do. And then I am going to try to really kind of get final on this 2026 goal thing, because I actually just bumped one yesterday. I was like, I'm not doing this again. And it's too much. And so I'm trying to really come back to what is possible and not to, you have to do this. And so I'm kind of just going to look at them again and just make sure that works for me. And I was watching a video this morning. It was Brittany. I should know this because she lives by me. Brittany at Rescues and Reads, and she's doing the book. It's the bad word, the book club with the B word for women in it that they do on Goodreads, and she's bringing it back.
Oh, wow.
And Bookworm Bees. And it's 52 books. And at first I was like, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, I love these prompts. And I didn't hear her say it was 52 books. Got to about 26 and I was like, how much longer are we going to go? It's 52 books. I don't think that's good for me. I
would be stressed. I would have stopped the video. I would have stressed out.
I was like, if this is 52,
I would be having heart palpitations. Nope. Because I'm thinking, how would I be able to read all my other stuff that I want to read?
Yes, but there are a lot, and it's backlist TBR stuff too. So it is, that's what appealed to me, right? Because I want to get this backlist down. But there are probably lots of people in this group or that are watching this that can do that easily. Brittany's one of them, but I don't think that's for me. No.
I can read a lot of books. I can read a lot, but I feel like when I have something like that, it puts too much pressure, and then I feel like I can't mood read the way I need to mood read.
Yeah,
I don't mind like having book club choices and all that kind of stuff, but if the majority of what I'm reading is more mood reading stuff.
Yeah.
I like that better too. Yeah. And I want to read big books this year. There's a few that I really want to get to. And so I'm going to back my goal down way farther than usual, because if I'm reading an 895-page book, I think I need a little bit more time.
Yeah, because think an 800-page book is probably an equivalent to what your 2 or 3 that you read normally, a normal
exactly
size book.
in a week. Yeah, so I'm gonna really pare down and make my whole 2026 peaceful. That might be my one word. I haven't
word for the year. Peaceful.
It could be peaceful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about you, Liz?
Well, I'm going to use peaceful for this week, and I think it will be fun. I do something each year with a friend of mine. We go into the city and we go to one of those like really fancy places where you get like the Instagram hot chocolates, and then we go, Rockefeller Center and stuff. So we're going to do that this week, which will be fun.
That will be fun.
Yeah. And I think I kind of want to make some lists of books that I might like to read this coming year, since I'm doing something a little bit different. I want to have a lot of titles already kind of in the mix so that I have something to grab. That's all I have planned, really. I'm keeping
Yes,
it
because
very
you're reading all retro books this year, right?
right. I'm reading and watching things Y2K and earlier.
Oh,
So 2000 and earlier.
Mhm.
Okay, 2000
Yeah.
and earlier. I should write that
Okay.
down. Just in case I come across the book
Oh, I would love that.
that I'm reading that is in that time period, because I
Yeah,
do
any
read
recommendations
older
would be
books.
great.
I do read older books too. So that sounds like a wonderful week, honestly. And
Yeah.
how about you, Lee? What are you planning to do?
I am planning to get back into Pilates, which I have not done in a little bit. I have a tradition with one of my friends as well, so we're going to have like our annual Christmas dinner on Wednesday. And then I want to read a book that I need to read to finish up the 52 book club challenge. I have one book left, so I want to get that done. So.
Very nice. Very
That
nice.
is round of
Hey,
applause.
for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
that was a day of sitting around, and I read like 10. I listened to like 10 children's books at work just to like bang out some of the prompts.
Gotcha.
4 minutes, sure, I can do that.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My week, of course, is I'm doing Artist's Way. We're on week 11. So I need to do my Artist's Way week 11. I will start my week 1 of my first body program. It's called For Beginners Only. It's a super block. It's a 5-day program. So I have it on my calendar. I'm going to do that in the mornings. I need to get my Christmas cards for the corns done and the Cozy Cottage at least this week, and package up those giveaway books. I would like to try to get that done all this week if possible. I do have to go to the dentist on Monday for a teeth cleaning, and basically that's it. I mean, I'll volunteer at the books at the Friends of the Library store this week. And then also my husband has his company Christmas party on Friday, which I want to mention that because of that, it's going to be in Baton Rouge. And because it's in Baton Rouge, we are spending the night in Baton Rouge. Because I think it's a later party. I don't even think it starts until like 7 or 7:30, because they have a lot of drivers and people getting off. They want to make sure everybody is able to attend. So yeah, that is going to be my week. So no Saturday morning momentum on Saturday, December 13th. We will be back that following week, which I think is the 20th. Is that right? The 20th?
Yes.
20th.
It is.
So I have a busy week ahead, but I think I can make strides. I'm really hoping. Alicia says, my intentions for the rest of the weekend is to create a Christmas word search and a bookish word search.
Nice.
Fill out Christmas cards, watch Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, my reading sprints, and reading lots of reading, if possible. Yes, because she has goals. She has goals, and she wants to do some video filming as well. I hope you're feeling better. Alicia ended up with another cold, so I hope you're feeling better, Alicia, because that's a lot to accomplish. And Nancy said, intentions for today: get snow shoveled. Our church is selling
Lefse.
lefse. I don't know what that is.
It's Norwegian, and it's like, my father called it eating paper napkins, but it's like weird crepes.
Okay. So lefse, meatballs, and specialty cookies. Stay warm in 20-degree weather as it is icy on bottom layer of snow. Whew. Yeah, be very, very careful with that, because I know a lot of y'all are shoveling snow, and I feel for y'all. Esther Jane, I hope you're not shoveling your snow. I hope you have someone that shovels for you.
Right. No kidding.
Alicia says, I am feeling much better. I'm just in the cough and mucus stage again. That's terrible. You were in that stage for a long time last time. Let's hope you knock it out really quickly.
I'm excited Nancy's making and selling lefse. Our churches have not done that here in the South. They're not traditional Lutheran churches, apparently, because they just ignore that whole part. But I like lefse personally, but it was my father's nemesis.
Oh, so your dad did not like it at all?
No, and it's a lot to make. Let me just say, it is a lot to make. And you can buy it at least you could before. You could buy it at Disney World, in that
Oh.
particular
Like in
area.
Epcot?
Yeah, in Epcot.
Okay.
And so my cousins would always meet us there because they live in that area, and they would bring lefse that they had bought at Disney because she won't make it either. It's a lot of work.
So it's kind of like a crepe, right? Is that what it's?
Yeah, it's made of potatoes, as I remember, and Nancy's gonna have to tell me for sure if she's still
Okay.
here. But I think it's made out of potatoes. Is that yeah, it was a lot of work. And you have to my mother I have all of her stuff. Like she had this giant yardstick, like huge thing that you had to it was a lot. You know what I'm talking about, Lee? It's a lot of work.
Yes.
I want to try it now, though.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is we have a place in Hammond that's a crepe. It's a restaurant that just does crepes, savory and sweet crepes. And I'm wondering if they have that on the menu. I mean, I never looked for it because I didn't know about it, but
yeah. And we always put butter in it, which my mother was a butter nut, and my youngest could eat butter like right off the stick. I mean, it's bad. I cannot. But anyway, we'd put butter in it, and then we'd put sugar and cinnamon in it and roll it. And then that's how we always ate it. But I don't think everybody eats it that way. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a good Norwegian, obviously. I try, but
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is it for today. I am so glad that we had this time together. I hope that everyone is able to reach their goals and their intentions for the week. Alicia says she loves crepes at Universal, a smoked brisket crepe. That sounds good.
They are.
Or a lemon blueberry crepe. That sounds delicious. And Nancy saying a lefse is made from potatoes that it runs through the grinder.
Thank you.
Evaporated milk, melted butter, sugar, then it's mixed and rolled thin.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's exactly right. And I'm glad I was right because, I get excited when my brain works. But it's good. It's just a lot of work.
Sounds like as much work that goes into baklava. I made that a couple of times in my life, and you have to be fast because it's got that thin pastry paper, and it dries so quickly, when you're trying to do it. But a lot of work, but like the outcome is delicious.
Yes.
So I want to thank everyone for being here this morning. Like I said, I hope everyone accomplishes their intentions this week. Also, whatever your plans for the weekend, please be safe, going out there in the snow, the rain, whatever your conditions are. And we will see you back on December the 20th. So until then, take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.